Hey, good morning. It is the 31st of July. It's a Saturday morning. A little bit cloudy today, but hopefully it will be a nice day for picking. It's been really hot around here. And we're doing a little different today. We're going to be starting at the Issaquah post office and working our way up East Lake Sammamish Trail. I think it's about an 11-mile trail, but we're obviously not going to do all of that. It runs all along the shore of Lake Sammamish and all the way up to Redmond from Issaquah. So we're starting from the beginning of the trail and going to work our way up and see how much we find. One of the challenges of picking up here is that it's not a park, so I'm hoping to find a garbage can or two along the way where we can leave the garbage. I've contacted the city and I'm hoping they'll pick it up. Other than that, it's also a street side pickup, so I'm going to be wearing a vest today, also to carry garbage bags with me because I don't have any pockets that'll fit garbage bags. So it's one of the advantages of wearing a vest is that I can actually carry stuff with it. So we'll be getting started here pretty soon. I'm going to try to put the headset on today so you can actually see me picking. It's hasn't worked out in the past, but we'll see if it works today. See how it goes. I'll catch you in a bit. Well, we were out picking already, and I didn't have my camera on because I was with somebody else, and kind of don't necessarily want to have them on camera all the time, just their own privacy. So I thought I'd come out and do another quick pick just to talk through it. While we're out here, we got 6 or 7, at least 7 buckets, I guess, and maybe we covered half a mile of trail. We are picking in a pretty bad area in terms of there's overpasses and homeless camps that are here. So we picked up on the far side of the street here and underneath that overpass, and did a little bit around here on the way back, another half a bucket or so, but there's a whole area up here I hadn't gotten into yet. So you can see lots of cars going by. Let's see what we got. One of the things that came across a lot of today, hypodermic needles, and there's a lot of camps underneath the bridges and in the woods here around here, and came across at least 3 or 4 of them, and they're entire camps we didn't go into because either they're active camps at this point, which means there's somebody that looks like they're living there. I will set this out, bring that around for the post office. Obviously somebody destroyed that, but I'm not gonna haul it away. The post office is right where we started. Anyways, I want to be respectful of the people who are living there, whether it's a mess or not. If it's an active camp, I'm not getting into it. I don't want to cause anybody trouble. I don't want to cause any problems for myself, get anybody mad at me, anything like that. So I recommend just leaving that for when you have lots of support, or when you know the camp is empty. Sometimes the plastic just comes apart before you can even get to it, which is kind of why we're out here doing it, is if we can pick it up before it comes apart, before it gets chewed up by lawnmowers or age, traffic, whatever, weed, then we're all better off. It's easier to pick up when it's large pieces. Kind of don't know what that is. Lots of wrappers through here. We were in a lot of blackberries today, so thank God I wore my jeans. I briefly thought, oh, it's a trail walk, it won't be bad, but the garbage is never on the trail. It's in the bushes around the trail.
So we're underneath an off-ramp for I-90 right now, running through Issaquah. And so there's, I don't know how well you'll be able to hear anything here actually. So for those of you who have never seen blackberries before, these are blackberry bushes right here, covered in 1/4-inch thorns, and if they rip along your skin you'll feel it, and they're everywhere. And oops, and they're above me too. Try not to drop my camera and get hung up in here. And yes, if you're wondering, they're edible. Although I would only eat the ones well away from the road where they're not covered in road dust, and the ones that are bug-free. There is a type of invasive pest here in the Pacific Northwest, and we made jam out of roadside blackberries one time, and the jam started to crawl away on the counter. They're little white maggots. It was pretty gross. So I recommend you highly inspect your blackberries. So there's another hypodermic needle, and I'm just going to leave it because I don't have a sharps container here. I got to figure out a way to carry one with me that's not big and bulky, but small enough to strap on my back or something like that, so it stays out of my way. But it's not that I'm worried about picking them out myself with these grabbers. I'm worried about whoever picks up the bags of garbage afterwards, the ones that I leave behind for the city to pick up. If they get stabbed through on one of those or by one of those, that's really dangerous. Who knows what's on those? Could be a lot of different hepatitis and things like that. So just want to be safe. And if you look on the state of Washington Department of Transportation, they say to leave them alone anyways, just for everybody's safety. Obviously chewed up garbage that I'm not really going to be able to get a lot of. Get a couple pieces of it to make myself feel better. But it's obviously easier to pick up the stuff when it's a little larger. Fills up your bucket faster too. A whole bottle. So we were out there for about an hour and a half before the other person I was with had to leave. So after about 2 hours of picking, my right forearm gets pretty sore from squeezing the trigger so often. You can see it's every couple of seconds. And it builds up the muscle. Oops, missed the can. And there's a bunch of stuff in behind the fences and stuff here, but I'm not going to try for that. That's Department of Transportation area. It's illegal to cross over. We're not here to break any laws, we're here to help. And there's reasons the laws are there, the safety to everybody else. So, and me, hubcap back there. And if you're wondering, do I get self-conscious about picking up? Sometimes. You know, there's a long and busy road here. People are wondering what you're doing. But I think they recognize it pretty quick. I don't think anybody's going to be thinking less of me for doing it. I hope they're thinking more of me. I'm not here to do it for accolades or anything. I'm here to inspire people. So I'm hoping that simple videos, they have to see me alongside the road doing this, inspires other people to get out and just do what they can. One of the things that is really tedious to pick up are cigarette butts. And you think those things did biodegrade, but they don't. There's little, I'm not sure the official construction of them, but inside them there's some type of plastic weave in the filter, and they take up to 10 years to degrade. That's getting into our water system and into the fish and into the birds. So if you're a smoker, just please put your butts in a place that is going to be disposed of properly. Don't throw them on the ground. 10 years. Honestly, I haven't driven this road in a while, but I didn't think it was going to be this dirty. It looks clean when you're driving by. Morning. So by the time this video gets posted, we're gonna have an online store for trashmob.eco up and running, where you can get shirts and stickers and stuff. And the object of that is not so much to make money, although, you know, paying for some of the costs of putting this on would be fantastic. But we're trying to get a lot of cases of mistaken identity out here, where people think we're either employees of the city or you know, conscripted labor from Department of Prisons. And I want to make sure everybody knows we're volunteers, so the shirts will have volunteer on them in a couple of places. And we want to promote the brand. People want to know what we're doing and how they can get involved, and it's really easy to remember the trashmob.eco when you see it on something. So that's our plan. And you can see somebody up here is picking berries. Okay, we're kind of through to the end of the unmaintained area. The rest is maintained by property. So it didn't take long, actually. Another bucket of garbage. I'm gonna probably end up taking this one home because we filled up the garbage cans that were along the trail to this morning already. So it's amazing what you find when you walk the opposite direction. You still find stuff that you missed. You guys are probably like, hey, you missed one. No, I know. Hard to see it all in the first pass. I'm just gonna finish up this corner and then call it a day. This is also your property. We'll leave it here for them. Oops. Okay, calling it a day. Okay, final summary for the day. I think we got about 8 or 9 bags, and luckily it stayed cloudy because it's still warm. Sweating as usual. Got a lot cleaned up. Just the 2 of us out here for the most part, and then I finished off a little bit. Hopefully we'll have a video of that going forward. Trying to figure out how to use this camera for the best angle. Feel free to comment down below and let me know what I'm doing right and wrong. Make these more enjoyable for you. Anyways, that's it. Saturday, July 31st. I don't know, we probably picked up 60 pounds of stuff. That's a lot. There's a lot of stuff out there, but there's still more. We'll be back. See you next time.